What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice, creator of Pinoy Tech Dad. Today we're going to be talking about this phone right here. This is the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite. And I'm going to be telling you why this is a great phone. And if you are confused on whether to get this phone or this one, the Redmi Note 10 Pro, then you clicked the right video. So this video is not going to be your typical review of a phone. This is more like a testimonial and just me sharing my actual experience with the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite, and I'm going to be telling you whether this is something that is suited for you. But first, as you can see here, this is something that I don't love about the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite, but fear not, this is only applicable to this colorway. The other colorways don't suffer from being such a huge fingerprint smudge magnet. So enough talk about the fingerprint smudges. Let's go ahead and talk about the thing that I love about this. The number one thing, it's slimness. So I'm not sure if you guys can appreciate how slim this is right now, but trust me, it's super slim. This is something that I love in a phone. However, there is a major downside when having a slim phone, and that is the battery. Of course, you can't pack in a huge battery in this one. So this only has a 4,250 milliamp hour battery, which in today's standards is actually enough for most people. I mean, us tech reviewers always harp on how good a phone is with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but in this case, 4,250 milliamp hours is enough. But this isn't only just a slim phone, this is also quite a lightweight phone. So just like as its name implies, this is a light version of the Xiaomi Mi 11. And I even think that sometimes this is a little too light because I don't feel this in my pocket. And then I kind of start worrying whether I brought this with me. And then when I check, of course, it's there. But yeah, that's how light it is. You can fit this in your pocket perfectly, even if you're wearing skinny jeans. So if you're gonna put it side by side with the Redmi Note 10 Pro, the Redmi Note 10 Pro will definitely look like a chunky boy. So if you are looking for a very slim and light phone, this is something that you need to highly consider. Of course, you can always go for an iPhone SE, but dude, how much does that cost as compared to this one? And how much better is the performance on this phone? That is something you need to consider. Now, another thing to consider when getting the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite is that this doesn't have a headphone jack. So in order for them to make this super slim, they had to get rid of the headphone jack. So no headphone jack, as you can see here. So that's something that's going in the Redmi Note 10 Pro's favor. However, this does have an expandable memory card slot, but it is a hybrid SIM card slot. You can either use this as a dual SIM card mode, or you can use a single SIM card plus the micro SD card. And then lastly, of course, the biggest difference between the two phones is the camera sensor. So this one has a 64 megapixel main sensor, and the Redmi Note 10 Pro has a 108 megapixel main sensor. However, in most comparison videos that you'll see online between the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite, you'll find out that the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite actually has a better image processing when compared to the 108 megapixel sensor of the Redmi Note 10 Pro. But how is that possible? Well, again, it comes down to the image processing they put in on this. So I guess that is where you can say some of the extra cost went into as compared to the Redmi Note 10 Pro, which again is slightly cheaper than the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite. Okay, so next up, performance. Which one is gonna perform better? The Redmi Note 10 Pro or the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite? They're both gonna perform the same way. Both of these phones will have the Snapdragon 732G, and assuming that they both have the same RAM, both of these phones will really perform the same way. Both of them have UFS 2.2, so that is why both phones will have the same performance. Even if you think that one might perform better than the other, that is absolutely not true. However, when it comes to thermals, I was actually surprised by the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite. This actually has better thermals than the Redmi Note 10 Pro. I don't know how that happened, but this very slim phone actually performs better when it comes to gaming. Talking about thermals, okay? Because gaming performance, actual gaming performance, frames per second is still gonna be the same. Before I give you my final thoughts, let me take a quick break and drink some water. We all need some water sometimes. Okay, so final thoughts. Who is the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite for? Well, to be clear, it's for people who want their phones to be slim, light, yet still powerful enough to give them great performance no matter what they put this through. And most of all, this stands out with its great imaging, 4K video recording, 64 megapixel shooter, all those features jam-packed in this slim and light body. So I guess the final question here is whether it's worth its price point or whether you should choose this over the Redmi Note 10 Pro. And I'd like to say that at the end of the day, it mostly depends on you, but at 15,000 pesos, this is definitely something that I would highly recommend to everyone who needs a phone that is powerful enough, but still very lightweight and can be carried around easily. And you can even use this one-handed, even if you have a smaller hand. So that is something that I love about this phone. And let me just express my quick appreciation for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite, because this is something that you don't usually see in the market right now. Because in the market full of Redmi Note 10s that look almost the same, and I actually have a revelation for you guys. This is not the Redmi Note 10 Pro. This is the Redmi Note 10s. And I'm sure a lot of you wouldn't have noticed, or a lot of you wouldn't have known if I didn't tell you right now. So this is definitely something that I can highly recommend to everyone who's looking for a unique looking design. In 2021, there's nothing quite like this phone. Something that's super slim and something that stands out from the rest of the pack. So if you want to own a phone like that, get the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite. And of course, if you want to get one, I'll put all of the links in the description box. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell button so you can watch more videos like this in the future. That's it for today, guys. Keep safe and have a great day.